All right, good morning, everyone. Let's try to get started. We're now live on YouTube. We're going to get started with our criminal AM docket for March 22nd. If everybody could please remain on mute until such time as your case is called. Once your case is called, please unmute yourself. Anybody with an announcement, please give me a reaction button. I see Dennis with a reaction button. Dennis, what number do you have?
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I don't know the number on the court's docket. There was some confusion because of there was appointed counsel, but this is on Miss Duenas, D-U-E-N.
Give me 1 second. All right, is it Jenna Duenas?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that's CR 2113-702H, State of Texas versus Jenna Duenas. Your announcement.
Your Honor, my client should be logged in. I've given her the Zoom information and I confirmed this morning she was logged in. Your Honor, this is a case that we are going to need a trial date. I know that the state has made a recommendation and offered some different programs to my client, but this is a multi-defendant, co-defendant case. It involved a fight at a funeral home in the Edcouch Elsa area, Judge. So at this time, I will need a trial date.
All right, give me 1 second here. All right. Dennis, our trial dates, I can give you a May 12th docket call with May 16th. If not, it would have to go into early June.
Your Honor, the May 12th and the 5/16 dates are good for now. I need to visit with the state on this because, again, I want to say that there's 7 or 8 co-defendants and they're spread out over multiple county court at law based on these misdemeanor charges. So I do need to make sure we coordinate if the victims and the defendants are or not. I'm sorry, not aligned, but there are a lot of the same parties for each case, Judge.
Okay. Let me go ahead and give you docket call May the 12th. Trial on the merits, May 16th, both of them at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge. Nothing further before this honorable court. May I be excused?
And were you retained on this one, Dennis?
Yes, Judge. I was retained. I filed my notice of appearance. I've met with Mr. Halili and he's unopposed. I know the system kind of shows he is the lead counsel still for some reason. I will be filing an agreed order granting the substitution, Judge.
Perfect. All right, sounds good.
Thank you,
We'll
Judge.
see you on the 12th of May.
Yes, Your Honor. You take care.
All right, likewise.
Thank you.
All right, Andre, are you there? Are you ready to make an announcement?
Yes, Judge. Good morning.
Morning. All right.
I have number 8 on the court's docket.
Number 8 is CR 21005148H, Anne Marie Martinez Burton. I have a note here that
Yes.
just have produced 2 clean UAs, completed drug education course. This is a carryover from January the 26th.
Yes, Judge. Our announcement is, Your Honor, that my client still has not taken the UA. She did reach out to me in January, Your Honor, but I dropped the ball. For some reason, we were unable to get her the UA slip, but Mr. Chavana emailed me the UA form yesterday. So
Right.
I believe Ms. Burton should be doing the UA today.
Is Anne Marie Burton present? If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Anne Marie Burton. Right. So from what I'm gathering here, Andre, this is she was removed from PTD, pretrial diversion, had some NICIs taken out against her. She's failed to appear. She's not here today. She hasn't completed her 2 UAs, her clean UAs as ordered back from January. This is, 2 months down the road. What's the announcement from the state?
Your Honor, I guess the state requested a judgment NICI be granted, a case was issued, and all bonds forfeited. There's no show defendant.
All right, judgment NICI will be granted, capias issue, bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of the defendant. Andre, bring her in, and that way I can have a conversation with her because I feel like she's not taking this seriously. It's a POM. I'm guessing she's using. I would bet money on it. And if she wants to get a dismissal, then she's going to have to start proving to not only the state, but to the court that she is deserving of that. So bring her in and I'll have a conversation with her.
Yes, Judge. And the next case I have is number 58.
All right, number 58, CR 21-09932H, State of Texas versus Jose Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez should be logged on, Judge. I'm not sure if you want to call his name out. So
All right,
he
is
could unmute
Jose
himself.
Hernandez Rodriguez present? If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Jose Hernandez Rodriguez.
I'm here.
All right, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I have a note here that this is a bond modification. There was a BAC violation on 2/20. Defendant provided a BAC violation sample. I guess did he inform you, Victoria, that he had been drinking? Is that kind of how, based on my notes, am I reading that correctly?
Yes, Judge, that is correct. He actually reached out to me via email to inform me.
All right. And has he been given any verbal admonishment before?
No.
All right. Mr. Jose Rodriguez, today, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you just a verbal admonishment. The verbal admonishment of a BAC violation has two things, right? It's number one, it's an admonishment to make you aware that we're watching, we're testing, I get results back, and nothing is going to happen here today. That's just an admonishment. It's a warning, right? What it does, however.
Mr. Hernandez, Inglés o Español?
I can do it in both, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure.
What it does do, Mr. Rodriguez, is that it prevents me from being able to, and it's something that the court has started to do, which is to waive fine and court cost if there's any fine and court costs associated with your case once the case is resolved. I don't know how the case will ultimately end, but if it ended up in a plea, if it ended up on pretrial diversion, if it ended up where the court had the ability to waive fine and court costs, I only do that if there's zero violation. Never been a violation, never been an admonishment. Because I'm giving you a verbal admonishment today, I am not going to be able to waive fine and court costs. How much are fine and court costs? So that everybody will know, you're talking about $600 to $700. That's how much I would be waiving to offset the expense of your mobile device. But I only offer that if there is no violations. Given that given the fact that I'm giving you a verbal admonishment today, it prevents that from happening for you, but nothing is going to happen here today other than a verbal admonishment. If you test dirty again, if you test positive in the future, then unfortunately what that's going to tell, or what it's going to do is we're going to have to take more serious action as it relates to trying to correct that, those actions. Does that make sense? And do I make myself, did I explain myself well?
Yes, it's not gonna happen again.
Okay. Andre, I'm assuming you're asking for some additional time?
Yes, Judge. I need to review the discovery with my client and review the offer that the state tendered this morning.
Let me go ahead and I can give you, what about like a late April, early May? Is that okay with you?
Yes, Judge. Late April's fine.
All right, April 21st,
Okay.
2022 at 9:30. All right, April 21st at 9:30. Mr. Rodriguez, stay in contact with Mr. Maldonado. We'll see you on
Okay.
April 21st at 9:30, okay?
April 21st.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Andre, do you have anything else?
Judge, Ms. Burton just logged on, Your Honor. She's on Zoom.
All right, Miss Burton, where is she? If you're on mute, unmute yourself.
I'm having trouble getting connected. I've been waiting since 9:30 and then y'all said to go back at 10 and I'm having issues with my connection.
Okay.
I
Well,
just now I found a spot where it's working fine.
okay, perfect.
Yeah, I did hear you, but I couldn't talk.
Oh, I see. Okay. Court's going to go ahead and recall the judgment nisi at this time. So there will be no nisi taken for your failure to appear. You are online. Ms. Burton, we've been waiting since January 26th to have a drug test. Any reason?
No,
why
I can
you
do that. That's no problem. The thing is, like I said, I live in Elsa. I don't have a vehicle. I'm not trying to make no more excuses. I understand the consequences and everything.
I thought you were gonna tell me you lived in another county or state. Elsa's like,
I know. No, the thing is, I don't have a vehicle. Neither does my mom. She's disabled. Okay. The thing is, and I tried getting an Uber today. It canceled on me because it doesn't go way out there to go do my drug test because you told me to go early in the morning to go pick up the form.
mm,
That's
And
correct,
I
Ms.
was
Burke,
waiting and they canceled on me. They do that. So I'm off tomorrow and I'm off Thursday. So I have all day that I can do.
okay.
But I go in, I'm supposed to be in at work like in 30 minutes right now. So
Okay.
I'm trying to.
Tomorrow is fine. I just need to know from, I guess, the state or probation, where does she go to take those UAs and where does she
Is
report?
there something closer that I can do like in Westlaco?
No.
It's at our main probation department, Judge.
Oh, it's at the main probation?
Yes.
All right.
That's where I've done it last time.
Okay. Well, I'll give you till tomorrow to do it. Obviously, you know, you're gonna need to figure out transportation. I can help you with that. And there is no.
But I
satellite-
can go anytime during the day, right?
Yes, anytime.
Okay,
All right.
I'll
Uh,
do that tomorrow.
Let me go ahead and reset this case for next week.
Okay.
The
fine.
29th, 3/29,
Do it, if you can do it like on a Wednesday, oh, you only do it on Tuesdays, right?
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesday, okay, if you can do it Thursday, because I'm off Thursday, that's why I don't have to worry about my job either. Because I'm off Wednesdays and Thursdays every week.
No, next Thursday. What's next Thursday? The 31st. All right, throws 3/31.
Okay,
All right, Ms. Burton, I've been patient and I'm accommodating you as best I
Okay.
can. You're gonna need to do this, otherwise the state's gonna yank that offer off the table and you're gonna be dealing with a case, so.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. All right,
We'll see you
thank
on
you.
3/31. You have tomorrow to go take the UA and we'll go from there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
You're excused.
Thank you.
Andre, do you have anything else? You're on mute, by the way.
Nothing further, Judge. May I be excused?
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Reyes, what do you have?
Good morning, Judge. I have number 51 and 52 on the court's docket, Jesus Santiago Rivera.
Let me get there.
You should be logged in, Judge.
All right, Jesus Santiago Rivera, CR 2102-462H and CR 2105-400H. I have a note here that defendant is working out of town, but is on AIP. And I think, Victoria, because he's working out of town, we've had some violations, obviously, with AIP that they show up and he's not there. I mean, I would suspect, correct?
Well, AIP was just asking Judge if he's going to remain on the program since he was placed as a result of a writ. And then when he was indicted, now his case is in county court 8.
Okay, so how did the AIP come about?
A writ is my understanding.
That another court issued or that I issued?
I believe it was another court.
He did have a felony, Judge, and it was already disposed of.
Oh, okay.
He's on probation, and this case, there was the last was that we were going to plead, but then there was possibly going to be an affidavit of non-prosecution, which I don't know if it has been or not, but if not, it should be a plea. In this
Okay,
case.
so, but he's on probation right now.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Any objection from the state removing the condition of AIP since this court didn't put that condition on? It was from another court and it looks like he's already being monitored and supervised by probation. Any objection to remove AIP?
The state has no objection, Your Honor.
The court will go ahead and remove AIP as a condition of his bond. I guess you still need some time to work this out, Mr. Reyes?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And I can probably give you maybe 30 days if that's sufficient.
Yeah, that'll be good, Judge.
All right, April 21st, 2022 at 9:30. Okay, April 21st, 2022,
Judge.
9:30.
Your Honor, I do see a felony also. Is it going to be resolved before that, Mr. Reyes? Do you know?
The felony, my understanding, that's already been disposed of.
It has been? Okay,
He should be on probation, yes.
thank you.
All right.
That's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused, my client? Judge?
Yes, you and your client are both excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. All right, the next attorney with her camera on is Rudy Moreno. Mr. Moreno,
Morning, Your Honor.
morning.
I got number 3 on your docket.
All right, number 3, CR 20-03-948H, Emmanuel Badillo. First motion for continuance was granted back in January. Is Mr. Emmanuel Badillo present? If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Emmanuel Badillo. Emmanuel Badillo, if you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Emmanuel Badillo. All right, he's not present. This was a motion for continuance was already granted. What says the state?
State requested a judgment not cited be granted a case issued and all bonds forfeited for this no-show defendant.
Judgment not cited be granted. Capias issued, bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of Emmanuel Badillo. Mr. Moreno, if you make contact with him, bring him in on a Tuesday, Thursday. We'll see what we can do.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
You're excused. Thank you. All right, let's go back to Mr. Carlos Garcia.
Hi, good morning, Judge. This is number 24 on the court's docket.
That's CR 21-11-662H. Ricardo
Judge.
Cesar Garcia. Ricardo Cesar Garcia. If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Ricardo Cesar Garcia. All right, I think it's,
He's there.
Yes,
Your Honor.
I'm here.
okay, perfect.
Yes,
Mr.
Your
Garcia? All right,
Yes, Mr. Maldonado,
all right. Thank you, sir.
Judge.
Mr. Carlos Garcia, your announcement, sir.
Judge, on this case, I did get discovery from the state. I need to talk to my client a little bit more about this particular case and the ADA and see how we want to proceed. I think 30 days would be sufficient if the court does have anything available.
Sure, April 21st, 2022, 9:30.
Can it be the 20th, Your Honor? Because on that day, I do have a court hearing in Harlingen.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday, but I can go a little later and maybe give you May 5th if that works better.
That works better, Your Honor.
May 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, May 5th at 9:30, okay?
Thank you.
Mr. Garcia, stay in contact with your attorney. We'll see you on May the 5th at 9:30, okay?
You got it, Judge Maldonado. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Cavazos.
Good morning, Judge. This is Jaime Cavazos. I'm here number 31 and number 32 on your criminal docket. Brianna Lada, she's present, Your Honor.
All right, that's CR 21-09-538H, CR 21-09-539H, State of Texas versus Brianna Veronica Lara.
Judge, we have an ADR that I just confirmed is still in effect, Judge. Ms. Lada is supposed to take a drug test and be clean 30 days apart. For some reason, she hasn't done her first test, Judge. So we're just asking for more time.
Ms. Lara, what's the holdup? I see you there. You're on mute, by the way, but I see you.
Hi, it's because I haven't gotten time to do it, but I'm going today.
Again, Ms. Lara, this is one of those situations where, the state is off. I'm assuming the state's offering, what, 2 clean UAs for a dismissal?
That's correct, Your Honor. And of course, I believe a couple of courses.
So of course,
Mhm.
all right. If somebody was offering me the opportunity to get cases dismissed, Ms. Lara, I'd be jumping at the chance because, you don't want these on your record. So that being the case, I really want to see that you take these drug tests and at least take the first one. So I'm going to reset this case for next Thursday, all right, the 31st. And I'm going to make sure that you at least take the first drug test. And then I'm going to set it down 30 days down the road so that we can make sure that we're moving along. I'm afraid that if I give you more time on this, you're just not going to take this as seriously as you need to. And I'm kind of, wanting to make sure that you do so. So I'm going to set this up for next Thursday, 3/31 at 9:30. You have from now until then to take the first drug test. You understand that?
Yes.
Any reason why you can't do that?
No.
All right. You understand that if you don't do it by next Thursday, the state will most likely remove that offer from the table. You understand that?
Mhm.
All right. So the most important thing for you to do between now and then is to get that UA done. Don't make Mr. Cavazos' job more difficult. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Cavazos, anything else? We'll see you next
Yeah,
Thursday.
Judge, if she can just contact the office, we need to get her another letter. I know we had sent her a letter initially. So just contact the office or you'll hear from us by today. And you have 24 hours to take it once you get that letter.
Okay.
Perfect.
Judge, I also have Number 27, Judge.
All right, number 27 is CR 21021068, Armando Guajardo.
Judge, I did text him again, Judge, back then when he missed the last court date, and then I texted him again a couple of days ago. I hadn't heard from him. I'm not sure if he's on.
All right, is Armando Guajardo present? Armando Guajardo, if you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Armando Guajardo. All right, doesn't seem that Armando Guajardo is on. I have a notice here of a motion to withdraw. Are you still seeking to withdraw from this case, Mr. Cavazos?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right, of course, I'm gonna go ahead and grant that request. The request of your motion to withdraw is granted. You are relieved of your responsibilities and duties as it pertains to Mr. Guajardo. Mr. Guajardo is not here. What says the state?
There's an active nice say already, Your Honor.
Oh, there is? Okay.
Yes, Judge, he's aware of that.
That nice. I will continue. The court will allow you to withdraw, Mr. Cavazos.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused?
You and Ms. Lara are both excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Stay safe.
You too. Mr. Flores, Ricardo Flores.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're on mute, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I have number 17, 18, and 19 on the docket. Jose Angel Garcia.
All right, 7.
He texted, he emailed that he was on with an iPhone. There he is. iPhone de Jose, I guess.
Okay, de Jose Luis is what I have. iPhone de Jose Luis.
It's Jose Angel. Jose
Jose
Angel Garcia.
Jose Angel Garcia. You're on mute?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have camera capabilities?
No, the camera doesn't work, Your Honor.
Okay. This is CR 2108-940H, CR 2107-993H, and CR 2108-939H, State of Texas versus Jose Angel Garcia. I have a note here that Mr. Garcia never returned for drug patch removal or replacement with safety check since the drug patch was placed back in December. Do we have any information on that, Victoria?
That's the last information that I received, Judge, from Safety Check. I know at our last hearing, you did order him to go, and he has not reported with Safety Check for that patch.
Well, I think one of the reasons why is because I'm not having them appear in person. I bet you if I had him appear in person on Thursday, he'd either A, get arrested for failure to comply with a court order, or B, comply with a court order. But the fact is that we're giving people way too much leeway by giving them the ability to appear via Zoom, and they're taking advantage of it.
Your Honor, if I may say something, the reason why I was waiting for my COVID results, I wasn't able to leave my home yet until I was tested negative.
Okay, since December? That's the longest. No. That's the longest COVID in history.
No, this was last month.
Okay.
When I had
December. I mean, in January, because you got it put on December the 6th. You had to have had it removed in January. What's the reason why you didn't go in January?
I had no job to pay for the $80.
Okay, February.
I just got a job, Your Honor, in March that I lost due to not showing up because of COVID. And I can provide my COVID results to prove that I did have COVID last month.
Okay, Victoria, what do you recommend?
At this time, Judge, maybe place him on house arrest as a sanction.
How can I get him drug tested today?
He can come report.
Mr. Garcia, I need you to go and report to probation with Ms. Rodriguez today at the probation office.
May I please get emailed the details so I know where to report? Or
if I can get a phone number from you, Mr. Garcia, I can call you right after docket.
Yes.
Go ahead.
1 second. It's 956-379-6681.
Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may, this morning, Mr. Garcia emailed me, indicated he wanted a new attorney. And
I don't think you're the problem, Mr. Flores. I think it's him. So with all due respect, you're a fine attorney and the court knows that you do your work well. I need him to do his end of the bargain.
well, Your Honor, I don't have a problem continuing representing him. He's just difficult to contact and he's had a few problems along the way.
So here's what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have him drug tested today. And Ms. Rodriguez is gonna go ahead and give him the information that he's requesting. And then I'm gonna have this scheduled for next Thursday in person. Next Thursday, the 31st, in person. And so we're gonna have a little conversation about A, results, B, drug patch removal, and all those good things. But we're gonna start doing Mr. Garcia in person because this Zoom doesn't seem to be working for him.
Your
So-
Honor, may I please ask for if I can do this tomorrow?
Nope, you're gonna do it
Because I
today.
have to show up to work today.
Mr. Garcia, you're gonna do it today. This is not, what's the whole thing? This is not Burger King. You can't have it your way. So we'll see you there today, and I'm gonna see you in person next Thursday.
What
And
time,
from
Your
now
Honor? Next Thursday,
Next Thursday in person, 9:30.
9:30 in the morning, County Court 8. Very well, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
See you here in person next Thursday.
Okay, Your Honor, thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Will be excused, Your Honor.
You're excused. Alex, what do you have?
Judge, morning, Judge.
Good morning.
I have number 12, Martin Castillo. He is present, Judge, is here at the office.
All right, that's CR 21-12-696H, Martin Castillo, your announcement.
Judge, we're just asking for some more time. I believe that the alleged victim is going to file an affidavit of non-prosecution, Judge, and I still need some time to speak to the prosecutor on this case, Judge.
All right, May 5th, 9:30.
Your Honor, just for the record, Alex Wetzel on behalf of the state. Mr. Munoz, I am available to discuss whenever you're free.
Okay, thank you.
All right, May 5th, 9:30 then.
Judge, I also have number 13, Alejandro Delgado. I believe he is on, Judge.
CR 1810-699H. And number 14 as well, CR 2201-672H. State of Texas versus Alejandro Delgado. I'm showing no violations. But we're dealing with a new, I guess, he has a new DWI today that he needs to get arraigned on.
Yes, Judge,
Were you retained on this second DWI?
I don't believe I was, Judge. I can't speak to him after. I can arraign him today, Judge, and I'm pretty sure I'll be representing him.
Okay, Mr. Delgado, can I have you raise your right hand?
He only talks Spanish.
Okay, Carlos, can you assist?
Señor Delgado, levante su mano derecha, por favor.
Do you sort of tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me God?
Juro que testimonio que va a haber esta mañana va a ser la verdad y solamente la verdad, señor.
Sí.
Yes.
Is your true and correct name Alejandro Delgado?
Su nombre correcto y verdadero, Alejandro Delgado.
Sí.
Yes.
Mr. Delgado, you're here before the court charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. I need to advise you that a Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in the Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment you can receive for a Class B misdemeanor?
Voy a bajar su mano, señor. Señor Delgado, usted se encuentra ante la corte porque es acusado de una ofensa de manejando intoxicado que se considera un delito menor clase B. Tengo que avisarle que con esta ofensa lo máximo de castigo que usted puede recibir es hasta 6 meses de cárcel del condado, una multa de $2,000 o las dos cosas ya sido encontrado culpable. ¿Sí entiende lo máximo de castigo que puede recibir por esta ofensa?
Sí.
Yes.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
¿Alguna corte alguna vez te ha declarado mentalmente incompetente o que diga que está loco?
No.
No.
Counsel, speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent, able to assist?
Mr. Delgado is competent, Judge.
We're going to go ahead and make a finding that Alejandro Delgado is mentally competent. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty for him at this time. Mr. Munoz, you're asking for additional time on both cases?
Yes, Judge, please.
Let me go ahead and give you May the 5th as well. May 5th, 2022, 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. I do have one more case, Judge, number 16. Javen Estrada. Don't see him on, Judge. I'm not sure if he's on a different name.
Before we move on to that one, Carlos, will you let Mr. Delgado know that his case is reset for May the 5th?
Yes. Señor Delgado, su caso va a tener una nueva audiencia el 5 de mayo a las 9:30 de la mañana.
All right, because there was no violations on this case and because he already has a device, the court will go ahead and just reset for that May the 5th. All right. And so the next one that you said is Javen Estrada. Is Javen Estrada present? CR 2110-183H. Javen Estrada, if you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Javen Estrada. Javen Estrada.
Judge, my office did speak to him yesterday and this morning, Judge. He does have a felony pending. And I'm not sure if it's out of the same transaction or not. Judge, I was appointed to this case.
All right, motion for continuance, number 1, granted. I'll go ahead and give you a reset.
Your Honor, the state does have some concerns with this defendant. Mr. Munoz kind of hinted at it a little bit. He's correct. It's not on the same transaction, but he was charged with stalking, which is basically another similar charge as violation of protective order, and it's the same victim in this case, Your Honor.
Okay.
And
And
also aggravated assault on her before that as well.
all right. Now you said you spoke with him, Alex.
My staff did.
Like that he was going to schedule to come in, that you told him about today, or
Yeah, we told him about today's hearing. Mr. Shavana, did you say it was the same transaction?
It's not, but it's stalking. So it's basically it's stacked on top of this one because he violated protective order again. He was, I guess, harassing her again, and so he was charged. He currently has an intake in felony stalking. He does have a couple of other active felonies, aggravated assault with deadly weapon. He has 2 charges of that. And I know one of them is on this victim. The same victim is on, I think, all 3 cases.
let me do this, Mr. Munoz, since he did make contact with your office, I'll grant you the courtesy of extending this till Thursday. So motion for continuance is granted. You have till Thursday to bring him in, have him log on. We'll see where we're at on Thursday. If he doesn't show up on Thursday, a warrant will be issued.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have for today, Judge. May I be excused?
You're excused. All right, let's go back to Mr. Rogers. Camera on now.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I have number 5, 6, and 7 on the court's criminal docket. Your Honor, this is just a quick announcement. I had to withdraw from Mr. Buenrostro's felony cases. I was no longer on the felony wheel when I was appointed to some of his cases. I'm just asking an oral motion to withdraw from his misdemeanors. I did not tell him about this today. He has full notice of what happened last week. We were in court together, but I can give him information as well as put him in contact with the new attorney.
Is Paul Buenrostro present? Paul Buenrostro, are you present? If you're on mute, please unmute yourself, Paul Buenrostro. Okay, Mr. Rogers, I'll call your request to withdraw is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
May I be excused?
You're excused.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you. With respect to Paul Buenrostro, what says the state?
State requests that judgment ISI be granted a KPS issued and all bonds forfeited if there's no show defendant.
Judgment ISI be granted. KPS issue bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of Paul Buenrostro. We'll take care of appointing someone when he gets picked up. All right, Mr. Linhar, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. Appearing on behalf of Attorney Juan Zamora for defendant Ms. Rosa Isabel Perez, numbers 33, 34, and 35 on your criminal docket this morning.
All right, that's CR 21036088H, CR 21036078H, CR 2108862H. This is a bond modification. I'm showing no violations. Ms. Lopez, Mr. Linhar, your announcement.
Your Honor, we're moving for a brief continuance to further negotiate with the state. We received a recommendation yesterday from 88 Chavana, and if we could just extend that to our client and proceed possibly in a few weeks.
I can give you April 21st, if that works.
That works, Your Honor. And nothing further in this honorable court. May my client and I be both excused.
You're both excused. We'll see you on April 21st. I'll remind you that if this is something that can get worked out and there's any associated court costs and fees or, fines, since there's no violations and I'm showing no violations on my end, the court will waive those fines and court costs. That might help in the negotiations with your client and with the state. The state will still ask for fines and court costs, but the court will waive them if there's no violations at the time of plea, okay?
Thank you so much, Your Honor. You have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I have the Vela Law Group.
Good morning, Judge Lourdes Vela on behalf of Cariana Gutierrez, CR 21-13-675. We just wanted to announce that we submitted her PTD application. We have not heard back on that though, so we're just waiting to see whether or not she gets accepted.
All right, and do you have an idea as to or remember when that was submitted to the court to the DA's office?
I believe it was last week or the week before, and I think I heard one of the ADAs say that it's taken about 30 days. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's taking about 30 plus days.
All right, let me go ahead and give you a little more than that, just out of an abundance of caution. Let me give you May 19th.
Okay.
If we get it sooner, if you get a response and you'd like to have her brought in sooner for a hearing, I have no problem with that, but let me give you May 19th for now.
Okay, thank you, Judge. That works.
May 19th, 9:30.
9:30. We have nothing further for the court. May me and my client be excused, please?
You're both excused. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Mr. Esquivel.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
I have number 56 and 57 on the docket for status. Rene Robles.
All right, that's CR 2010-029H and CR 21-12-787H, State of Texas versus Rene Salas Robles. Mr. Robles, I see him present. I know he's reached out to the court on several occasions, Mr. Esquivel, having difficulty reaching you or communicating with you. I don't know if you were aware of that, but what I'd like to do, unless you have an announcement real quick, I'd like to put you in a breakout room, but I don't know if that's.
Judge, if I can address the court briefly, and then if Your Honor wants to go to a breakout room, that's fine. The part of the issue last time was that the court wanted him in person, and he mistakenly believed it was by Zoom. I tried to reach out to him, did not have any contact, so therefore he didn't get the Zoom invite. The judge issued an ISI, but Mr. Robles and I discussed that. We're on the same page now. So we'd ask the court to consider recalling an ISI and setting it for, I guess, another status. Mr. Robles is on probation, and at least one of the victims in this case is a relative. I haven't reviewed this discovery on the subsequent offense, and I know that the uncle doesn't want to prosecute. So we need some time to work these out, either that or go to trial.
Okay. The court at this time, since I do see Mr. Robles present, is going to recall the judgment NISI that was taken out previously. I can give you some time, Mr. Esquivel. I can give you till May the 5th at 9:30, May 5th, 9:30. I do want to put you all into a breakout room right now so that you all can communicate in case there's being some difficulty. My understanding from my staff is that Mr. Robles has contacted the office and stated that there's some difficulty in communicating with you. I want to try to facilitate that if there's some sort of issue with the phone numbers or what have you. Let's try to get you guys to meet real quick, and that way there won't be an issue.
I did talk to Mr. Robles this morning, Judge.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But if Your Honor wants us to do a breakout room, we will.
No. Mr. Robles, are you satisfied with the conversations you had with Mr. Esquivel, and you're good? You're on mute, by the way, but if that's the case, then I'll just go ahead.
Sorry, sir. Yes, sir. I'm okay with it.
Okay, May 5th, 9:30. We'll see each other then. Judgment eyesight has been recalled already.
All right.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank
May I be
you.
excused?
Yes, both of y'all are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Representative Munoz, I see your camera on, so are you ready for an announcement?
Yes, Judge. I have number 36 on the docket, Your Honor, Jose Luis Mares.
All right, that's CR 21015660H, Jose Luis Mares.
Judge, he should be on, Your Honor. We did communicate with him the information for court this morning, Judge.
All right, is Jose Luis Mares present? Jose Luis Mares, if you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Jose Luis
Yes.
Mares. Okay,
Hola.
I see him there.
Hola.
Here.
Can you turn your camera on, Mr. Mares?
No, no me está funcionando ahorita. Se me cayó el teléfono ayer.
It's not working. I dropped my phone yesterday.
That's okay, Mr. Munoz. I see that he's present and logged on.
Una disculpa.
Your announcement.
Judge, I did receive a recommendation from the state. I'm in the process of speaking to Mr. Mares about it for disposition of this matter, Your Honor.
All right, so you just need some additional time, or you just?
Yes, Judge, just to go over the rest of the recommendation with him and then respond to the ADA whether we would accept it or not.
All right. Is May 5th okay?
Yes, Judge, that's fine.
All right, May 5th, 9:30.
At 9:30, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Carlos, will you let Mr. Mares know that his reset date is May 5th, 9:30, and that he is excused as well?
Señor Mares, su próxima audiencia va a ser el 5 de mayo a las 9:30 de la mañana, que es en comunicación con su abogado. Y eso para retirar.
Pues,
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
thank you, Judge.
Mr. Salinas, you are with the Public Defender's Office, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And good morning.
Good morning.
It's,
I did-
my first appearance, Your Honor, on handling the docket for County Court 8, Your Honor. So I do have a few cases this morning too.
Okay, no worries. I didn't want to assume that that you were with the Public Defender's Office. I kind of vaguely remember that you mentioned at one point that you were, but welcome. And next time, raise your hand and I'll get to you much quicker. I don't know why I kept
No,
over
Judge.
and didn't want to make that assumption.
That was my choice, Your Honor. I'm kind of like just trying to get things in order. So I was trying to give you plenty of time. I also needed the time myself. So
No worries, no worries. All right, let's get started with your first case. I know you probably have multiple.
yes, Judge. So I have Dominique Granados. I don't know if he's present today, Your Honor. I dialed all the numbers and I sent an email with the court's information, the Zoom link. I didn't get a response, so I'm hoping he's here.
CR 21025009H, Dominique Flores Granados. Is Dominique Flores Granados present? Dominique Flores Granados. Have we ever had any issues with any NICEs or any KPSs? Give me 1 second, Mr. Salinas.
And Judge, just so the court knows, there is a smuggling charge pending intake.
All right, so a motion for continuance was previously granted, Mr. Salinas. So just FYI, typically if a motion for continuance has not been granted, I can grant you one, give you some time to make contact with your client, allow you to bring the client in, and we won't take out any NICE. Since the court previously granted a continuance for Mr. Granados, that means that he wasn't here previously, and since he's not here today, then I'll ask the state if they have an announcement.
State request judgment NICE be granted, KP's issued and bonds forfeited to the state of Texas.
Judgment NICE be granted, KP is issued, bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of Dominique Granados. If you make contact with Dominique Granados, Mr. Salinas, please let them know that a NICE was taken, bring them in, and we will try to remove it and take care of it, put them back on the docket.
Thank you, Judge. I'll continue to make efforts to find him.
Perfect. Next one.
Yes, Judge. I have one more for this morning. Joshua Hernandez. I think I did see him present, but I could be
I do
mistaken.
see Joshua Hernandez present, CR 20094418. Joshua Hernandez, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Salinas, your announcement.
Yes, Judge, I'm asking for more time, Your Honor. I'm just being brought on board by my chief in County Court 8, so I haven't had a sufficient time to brief myself, become familiar with my client's case yet. I'm going to be asking just for a short reset, Judge.
And Mr. Salinas, the offer is ADR on this one, PTD 1 through 7, defensive driving and a UA for dismissal.
Oh, beautiful. And if Mr. Hernandez heard that, I hope he did. I'll go ahead and follow up and make sure that gets done.
All right, Mr. Hernandez, stay in contact with Mr. Jacob Salinas, who's the new public defender here for County Court 8. We'll see you on May the 5th. That'll give you all some time to get that paperwork taken care of.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I recently lost my phone about like 3 days ago. I am fixing to go get it today. So if you do call me and I don't answer, it's because of that. But I'll reach back out through. I still have access to my email. I could be reached through there.
And I do have his email, Judge, and he got the link, obviously, since he's here.
Yes,
And that was my kind of like my last effort to make sure he was present. I'll continue to communicate with him via email.
Perfect.
For now.
See each other on May 5th. Don't forget that date, Mr. Hernandez.
May 5th.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, that's at 9:30, correct? 9:30 in the morning?
9:30. Yes.
Excellent, Judge. And I believe I'll see you this afternoon because I have a jail case with you, Judge.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, I have a gentleman on the Samsung Galaxy S8 Active who's my attention.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Armando Guajardo, President, Your Honor.
Armando Guajardo, give me 1 second. Look for your case.
A sus órdenes.
Number 27. Okay, Mr. Guajardo, earlier, Mr. Cavazos requested to withdraw from your case. He said that you were aware of that. Were you aware that he had requested to withdraw?
Yes, Your Honor, but not so much as to what grounds, on what grounds.
He didn't give me any grounds. I did grant his request. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll stick with the facts of whatever for whatever reason he requested to withdraw. I granted that. I'm gonna remove the judgment nisi. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that nisi at this time that you had. And Mr. Morales, are you there? Alfredo Morales?
Yes, Judge, good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Morales, do you take misdemeanor court appointments?
Yes, I do, Judge.
All right. Mr. Guajardo, are you still asking for, or are you seeking a court-appointed attorney to represent you now that Mr. Cavazos has withdrawn?
Yes, Your Honor, and immediate acquittal of charges if at all possible.
Well, I can't do that right now, but I can certainly appoint somebody to listen to you and then to come up with a strategy, a legal strategy that will help you down the road. So the court's going to appoint Alfredo Morales to represent you. In just a second here, I'm going to put you in a breakout room so that you can communicate with him and you all can exchange information. Okay, so don't hang up. I am going to go ahead and give you a reset date for May 5th, 2022, 9:30. So Mr. Morales, his case is going to get reset for May the 5th at 9:30. And once I take your announcement on the other case, I'll put you in a breakout room so that you can go ahead and visit with Mr. Guajardo, who the court is going to appoint to represent, for you to represent him.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
All right. The NISI has been set aside, Mr. Guajardo. So that means that there's going to be no warrant after today, but you do need to appear on May the 5th at 9:30, and I'm going to put you in a breakout room here shortly with Mr. Morales. So don't hang up, okay?
Thank you, Judge, for your time.
No problem. Mr. Morales, do you have another case?
Yes, Judge, I have Jorge Ramos, numbers 47, 48, and 49 on your docket.
47, 48, and 49. That's CR 21-01-423H, CR 20-06-271H, and CR 20-07-115H, State of Texas versus Jorge Ramos Jr. Is Jorge Ramos present? Jorge Ramos Jr., are you on mute? If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Jorge Ramos Jr. I have a note here that Mr. Ramos failed to comply with the drug patch. Was it ordered, Victoria, and he just didn't put it on?
It was a condition of his bond, Judge, and he did go back in May. That was the last time he failed to go for the removal. But then in June, he was arrested and I believe he was in custody after that.
Okay. Well, he's not here. Have you had any contact with him, Mr. Morales?
No, I have not, Judge. I sent him a letter about 2 weeks ago, no response. I did send him an email and left word at 2 phone numbers. They came back and said that they were wrong telephone numbers, and he never responded to my email.
What says the state?
State request judgment nice to be granted, keep is issued in bonds for the state of Texas.
Judgment nice shall be granted. KPS issued bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of Jorge Ramos. We'll try to locate him, Mr. Morales. If it's okay with you, I'd like to keep you on this case, and as soon as he gets picked up, you'll get notified from the court.
That's fine, Judge, no problem.
All right, let me go ahead and put you in. You have another case, or is this the only case you have?
That's it, Judge.
All right,
That's all
let
I
me go ahead and put you in a breakout room with the other gentleman, the
Guajardo.
Guajardo, yes, sir. So the Samsung Galaxy S8 active and Mr. Morales. I'm going to put you all in a breakout room. Please accept the invitation, Mr. Guajardo.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Morales, he's waiting for you there. Looks like I only have one person left, Jesus Rivera.
The one was reset, Judge, to 421.
421, Jesus Rivera?
That's what my docket notes indicate.
Yes, mine does too. Mr. Rivera, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Rivera, Mr. Reyes appeared on earlier. You were going to be, I removed you from AIP since you're working out of town, and the reset date for you is April 21st at 9:30. Okay.
All right. So as far as the AIP, I'm only on the probation now then.
Correct.
All righty.
Okay. We'll have I think I already worked on the order removing you from AIP, so that should be taken care of here today, and we'll see you on April 21st.
April 21st. Will that be it, Judge?
That's it.
All right. Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I don't have anyone else logged on. Sure. What numbers? We'll go ahead and call judgment nice size on CR 21-07911H. Jonathan Alvarez did not appear. First verbal admonishment. Do we have more violations here, Victoria?
Yes, Judge, at the last hearing, he or his attorney had announced that he was having issues with the device. So he was referred to recovery and he has not contacted them. He continues having missed tests.
Okay. What says the state?
State request judgment nice to be granted, keep is issued in bonds for the state of Texas.
Judgment nice shall be granted. KPS issued bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of the defendant. Okay. All right, number 20 and 21, CR 2113-446H, CR 2006-203H, Martin Garcia. Martin Garcia, what says the state?
State request judgment nice to be granted, keep is issued in bonds for the state of Texas.
Judgment nice shall be granted. KPS issued bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of Martin Garcia, who's failed to appear. All right. Well, Mr. Abiel Flores.
Good morning, Your Honor.
45 and 46. CR 2010-248H, CR 2110-686H, Rogelio Pompa Jr.
Abiel Flores for the defendant, Your Honor. We did send him a link. I don't see him on the screen.
Yeah, I'm showing here that a motion for continuance was granted on February 24th, so about a month ago. Resetting it for today, and he's not present here today.
Understood, Judge.
Let me go ahead and ask the state if they have an announcement.
State request judgment nice to be granted, keep is issued in bonds for the state of Texas.
Judgment nice will be granted. Keep this issue bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of Rogelio Pompa Jr. Mr. Flores, since you're still in communication with him, make contact with him, bring him in on Thursday. We can remove the judgment nice and set it aside at the state's expense, and we can move forward. If he's not available this Thursday, the next Tuesday, we're available every Tuesday, Thursday.
Sounds good, Judge. Thank you so much.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome. All righty. How about number 42 and 43? Do we have any information on 42, 43?
Yes, they're recent.
Okay. How about 44?
The only one that is pending is number 50.
All right, number 50. CR 21-12-407H, Michael Anthony Reyes. Michael Anthony Reyes is not present. What says the state?
State request judgment nice be granted, keep issued in balance for the state of Texas.
Judgment nice shall be granted. Keep this issued bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of Michael Anthony Reyes. That takes care of our docket for this morning. We're going to go ahead and log off.